Okay, to clear up something that was in a discussion. There was a discussion about beliefs and non-beliefs and debating it. Well, I'm not against a little bit of discussion back and forth, and we didn't use any curse words and stuff, but there was something said about more and more they're finding, scrolls and stuff that are just in bits and pieces. Yes, that's true of the Dead Sea Scrolls. The Dead Sea Scrolls were not even, they weren't even discovered until like 1938 or 1980 something. There were Hebrew scribes from, we know Moses was a scribe, and he transcribed or scribed a lot of the early Old Testament, and there were others after that. And these were passed down as the Gospels, which they are. But anyway, and this went through the Levite priest line, and that is Joseph's line. But for some reason they were called the Levites. And Moses and Aaron were both Levites. And so the first scrolls or scribes were then later when they added, because there were no vowels in the Hebrew language. And later, I did some investigating. Later, in the newer Hebrew, they added the vowels. If you read Russian, there's almost no vowels. I don't read Russian, but when you hear it spoken, you can hear the vowel sounds. So this is what, in Hebrew, they added the vowels. Then it was transcribed to Greek. But it wasn't, there were so few people that could read that it was pretty much only those who had that training and that as a scribe or as someone, of probably a privileged few who were ever taught to read or write. Now, we do know that there were a lot of people in Greece long before Christ who were able to write. I mean, Plato, these guys go way back. And of course, things have been translated from those. There's a difference between a translation and a paraphrase. So, if you believe or not, I'm not getting into that. I'm just saying, don't use the Dead Sea Scrolls as your reference. Because these have been transcribed and translated throughout history from before Christ was born. So that is why it's lived for thousands of years. And so now it's true, the Catholic Church does have a hold on some things, but what we have in the King James Bible, we don't use all of the ones. We don't use the Apocrypha. I don't know why, other than when I tried to read some of it, it seemed a little repetitive. So that may be, I don't know. But I'm not going to discuss that anymore, but I just want to say, if anybody's confused by that discussion, that's where I'm coming from. So anyway, I don't want to debate it anymore. Everybody has a right to believe what they believe, and I will respect what they believe or what they don't believe. But this channel is this channel. So, if somebody wants to open a channel to debate biblical history, that's fine. But it's not this channel. Okay, love you all. I will see you again soon. And I love you. Smile and wave.